Hi everybody. I just wanted to show you guys how to do the fluency drill in case you forgot from school. I started one, so just bear with me as I explain it. So the first step that you're going to do is you're going to get a timer. You can use your kitchen timer, you can use your Alexa, you can use a cell phone, anything that you guys have, and you're going to set a timer for 1 minute. And you're going to read as many words as you can in that minute. Okay? Once you stop and the timer goes off, you're going to make a mark on your page, just like this green line, where you stopped. Okay? And it doesn't matter how many words you read that time. The second step you're going to do is you're going to take a light color like a yellow or a highlighter or anything light, and you're going to go through and you're going to highlight all the punctuation marks. Okay? So your periods, your commas, and your question marks. So I kind of went through and I did that piece for you already. You're just going to scan the lines, and when you get to a period, you're going to make a dot. And that's important because you need to attend to that punctuation as you're reading. It's going to be a natural stop in your phrase. You are never going to read through a period. Okay? The third step is the hardest, and that's adding your scooping lines. It's important to know that there's more than one way to do scooping lines. So what you think is right might be different than what mom thinks it's right. And guess what? You're both probably right. It could be done many, many ways. But I want you to try to stick to the scoop that seems natural to you and that you feel comfortable with. Okay? So I did the first line for you. Let's take a look. It says, Sarah loved to visit her aunt. There was always so much to see and do. Here's the next sentence. Sarah's aunt lived in the country. Okay, and I stopped because there's a comma there. So let's just do this part of the phrase. Sarah's aunt lived in the country. Okay, and she had an enormous garden and lots of pets. Okay, that could be scooped many, many ways. And she had an enormous garden and lots of pets. Okay. She grew delicious fruit and fresh vegetables to eat. She grew delicious fruit and fresh vegetables to eat. I made longer scoops on that one. If you can stretch your scoops a little bit longer, try it. She even had chickens, so she did not need to buy eggs at the store. She even had chickens, so she did not need to buy eggs at the store. Okay, now I scooped, I'll kind of zoom in while I'm talking. I scooped up until that green line. That's where I stopped for my minute read. But when you scoop, I want you to keep going a few more lines, because most likely as you keep reading this over and over, you're going to read farther because those words are going to become more and more familiar. Okay, let's do a couple more. Sarah lived in the city, so she always thought it was a lot of fun to visit her aunt. Sarah lived in the city, so she always thought it was a lot of fun to visit her aunt. Do you see how it just naturally goes like that as we're reading? One summer day, Sarah's mom drove her out to the country. One summer day, Sarah's mom drove her out to the country. She was going to stay with her aunt for a whole week. She was going to stay with her aunt for a whole week. All right, your scoops do not need to look like mine, but they can if you're stuck. Try to do a few more lines. Now, as you're reading that also, if you come to any unknown words, you can go back and grab your yellow highlighter and highlight them. Because the more that you can give yourself a visual hint when it's time to read them again, the easier it's going to be the next time you read. So I'm going to go back, and I thought enormous was a little bit hard. And it's okay. The more that, like, try to get like 2 or 3. Delicious might have been hard. Let me see. One summer day. Let me see. And how about in the country? Let's just do that. It doesn't follow our rules. Okay, so that's just a kind of a visual hint about how you can do that fluency sheet. So good luck. Let me know how it goes, and we can connect after that. Bye, guys.